Welcome back, coin collectors. Today we're counting down 6 Jefferson nickels that should exist in every serious coin collection. These ordinary-looking 5-cent coins from the United States have become extraordinary treasures because of their low mintages, rare errors, and strong collector demand. Some examples are worth hundreds of dollars, while the finest certified specimens have sold for tens of thousands. Before you spend another nickel, watch until the end. You might already own one of these hidden treasures. Let's get started. First up, the 1953 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark. At first glance, this 5-cent coin may look like ordinary pocket change, but many collectors know that certain examples can carry impressive value depending on their condition, rarity, and the presence of unusual mint errors. If you have an old coin collection or inherited coins from family members, this is definitely one coin you should inspect carefully because it may be worth much more than its face value. The Jefferson Nickel series began in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel and honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin quickly became one of the most recognized American coins ever produced. The 1953 issue was struck during a period of strong economic growth in the United States, and millions of these nickels entered circulation, where they were used every day in stores, restaurants, and vending machines across the country. The 1953 Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark, was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. During that period, Philadelphia coins normally did not display a mint mark, making it easy to identify this variety. The obverse features a detailed portrait of Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse displays his famous Virginia home Monticello, along with the inscriptions 5 cents United States of America and E pluribus unum. Even after more than 70 years, this design remains one of the most admired in American coinage. If your 1953 nickel is in old circulated condition, it may show worn details, faded lettering, smooth high points, and years of handling. Even with visible wear, these coins remain collectible because they represent an important period in American history. Collectors often purchase circulated examples to complete vintage Jefferson nickel collections, especially when the coin still has readable dates and attractive natural surfaces. One of the most important features collectors examine is the quality of the strike, especially the steps leading to Monticello. Coins displaying fully visible steps, known as full steps examples, are much scarcer than ordinary strikes. A genuine full steps 1953 Philadelphia nickel in mint condition can command a significant premium because very few survived with such exceptional detail after leaving the mint. Collectors should also inspect every 1953 Jefferson nickel for valuable mint errors. Popular errors include double dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, die chips, lamination errors, and broad strikes. These unusual minting mistakes make certain coins unique, and collectors often pay hundreds or even thousands of dollars for dramatic examples depending on their rarity and overall eye appeal. The metal composition of the 1953 Jefferson nickel consists of 75% copper and 25% nickel, with a weight of 5 grams and a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. Because of this durable alloy, many examples survive decades of circulation, making it possible for collectors today to find these coins in old jars, piggy banks, estate collections, and forgotten coin albums. Current market values vary greatly depending on condition. A heavily circulated 1953 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel generally sells for around $1 to $5. Better preserved examples with stronger details often bring $10 to $50, while attractive about uncirculated pieces may sell for $75 to $150. Certified mint state examples frequently range from several $100s depending on grade and demand. The highest quality certified specimens are where values become especially exciting. Superb mint state examples graded MS66, MS67, or higher with outstanding luster and strong eye appeal have sold for several $100s, and in some cases well over $1,000. Rare full steps examples in elite grades have reached several $1,000s at major coin auctions because advanced collectors compete intensely for the finest known examples. Authentication is extremely important before assuming your coin is valuable. Professional grading services carefully examine the coin for authenticity, surface preservation, strike quality, luster, and any cleaning or damage. A certified coin receives a numerical grade, which often increases buyer confidence and can significantly improve the selling price when offered through major auctions or reputable coin dealers. Another factor influencing value is originality. Collectors strongly prefer coins with natural color, original surfaces, and no signs of polishing or harsh cleaning. Cleaning may make an old nickel appear shiny, but it usually lowers collector value because experienced buyers recognize altered surfaces immediately. Preserving the coin exactly as it was found is usually the safest approach. Many valuable discoveries happen by accident. Families frequently uncover old rolls of Jefferson nickels while cleaning homes or sorting inherited collections. Some collectors have found exceptional coins hiding among ordinary pocket change because most people never examine nickels closely. Taking a few minutes to inspect the date, condition, and possible mint errors could lead to an exciting and valuable discovery. Demand for classic Jefferson nickels has continued to grow as more collectors appreciate mid-20th century American coinage. Complete date and mint collections remain popular, and high-quality examples become increasingly difficult to locate every year. This steady demand helps maintain strong prices for well-preserved coins, especially those with certified grades and exceptional strike quality. If you own a 1953 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark, look closely under good lighting using a magnifying glass. Check the portrait, the Monticello steps, the edges, and the lettering for unusual characteristics. Even an old worn coin can hold surprising value if it displays a rare mint error or an unusual die variety that collectors actively seek in today's market. The 1953 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is a wonderful reminder that ordinary-looking coins can sometimes hide extraordinary value. While most circulated examples are worth only a few dollars, exceptional specimens with rare errors, full steps details, or outstanding preservation can reach values from hundreds to thousands of dollars. Before spending an old Jefferson nickel, always inspect it carefully, because the small 5-cent coin in your collection could become one of your most valuable numismatic treasures. Next up, the 1964 Jefferson nickel is one of the most famous 5-cent coins ever produced by the United States Mint, because it represents the final year before major changes in American coin production during the mid-1960s. Although millions of these coins entered circulation, and many people still find them in pocket change today, certain examples have become surprisingly valuable. A 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint because Philadelphia coins of that era did not carry a mint mark. While ordinary circulated examples are common, collectors are always searching for exceptional pieces with sharp details, original surfaces, rare die varieties, and outstanding preservation. A coin in fine condition can still be desirable, especially if it has an interesting error or unusually strong strike, making this classic nickel an exciting coin for both beginners and experienced collectors. The history of the Jefferson nickel began in 1938 when it replaced the Buffalo nickel. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin honored Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, while the reverse featured his famous Virginia home Monticello. By 1964, the design had already become one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. During that year, the demand for coins increased dramatically because of a nationwide coin shortage, leading the United States Mint to produce enormous numbers of nickels. Even though billions were struck, many collectors carefully inspect every 1964 nickel, because valuable varieties and exceptionally preserved examples continue to command impressive prices in today's market. One of the easiest ways to identify a 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is by examining the reverse beneath the word Monticello. If there is no letter P, D, or S, the coin was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. The obverse displays Thomas Jefferson facing left with the word Liberty and the date 1964, while the reverse features Monticello surrounded by the inscriptions E pluribus, unum United States of America, and 5 cents. These simple design elements have remained iconic for generations, making the coin instantly recognizable to collectors across the world. The composition of the 1964 Jefferson nickel also makes it unique. Unlike silver coins of the same era, this nickel contains 75% copper and 25% nickel, giving it excellent durability. It weighs 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, with a smooth edge instead of a reeded one. Because of this strong alloy, many examples survived decades of circulation, although finding one with attractive original luster and minimal wear is becoming increasingly difficult after more than 60 years. A Jefferson nickel graded in fine condition usually shows moderate wear across Jefferson's hair, cheek, and jawline, while the steps of Monticello on the reverse may be partially visible. Even with noticeable circulation, such coins remain collectible because they represent an important period in American history. Collectors appreciate original surfaces, natural color, and the absence of heavy scratches or corrosion. Coins that have never been cleaned often attract more interest than those with bright polished surfaces because originality is highly valued in the numismatic market. One feature that greatly influences the value of a 1964 no-mint mark Jefferson nickel is the full steps designation. Specialists examine the steps leading to Monticello, and if at least 5 or 6 complete uninterrupted steps are visible, the coin may receive the full steps designation from professional grading services. Full steps nickels are significantly scarcer because heavy dye use during 1964 often prevented sharp details from appearing. As a result, high-grade full steps examples are among the most desirable Jefferson nickels ever produced. Collectors should also watch for valuable mint errors on the 1964 Jefferson nickel. Doubled dies, repunched mint varieties on Denver issues, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, die cracks, broad strikes, and struck-through errors can all increase a coin's value. Although Philadelphia coins have no mint mark, they can still display dramatic doubled dies or other production mistakes. These unusual errors are eagerly sought because they are genuine mint-made varieties that distinguish one coin from millions of ordinary examples. The current market value of a normal 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark in fine circulated condition generally ranges from around 25 cents to a few dollars depending on eye appeal and originality. Better preserved examples in extremely fine or about uncirculated grades often sell for $10 to $50, while certified mint state examples can reach $100 or more. Coins with exceptional quality, full steps details, or recognized error varieties may sell for several $100s, and in rare cases, outstanding certified specimens have realized prices reaching into the thousands of dollars at major auctions. Professional grading plays a major role in determining the value of this coin. Companies such as PCGS and NGC carefully evaluate authenticity, surface preservation, strike quality, luster, and overall eye appeal before assigning a numerical grade. Even a small difference between mint state grades can dramatically change market value. Collectors often submit exceptional examples hoping to receive a premium grade because the highest graded 1964 Jefferson nickels are extremely competitive and highly sought after by registry set collectors. Many people overlook the 1964 Jefferson nickel because of its enormous mintage, but experienced collectors know that rarity is determined by condition, not simply by the number originally produced. While billions were minted, only a tiny percentage survive today with flawless surfaces, blazing mint luster, full steps details, and no signs of handling. Those elite examples have become true condition rarities and continue to attract strong bidding whenever they appear for sale. When searching through pocket change, inherited collections, or old coin jars, always inspect every 1964 Jefferson nickel carefully under bright lighting. Look for sharp details, unusual doubling, attractive toning, and any striking errors. Using a magnifying glass can reveal important features that are difficult to see with the naked eye. Never clean the coin because cleaning can permanently reduce collector value and make an otherwise desirable specimen far less appealing. Demand for Jefferson nickels has steadily increased as more collectors build complete date and mint collections. The 1964 issue remains one of the most studied because of its historical significance, enormous production, and surprising number of collectible varieties. Auction records demonstrate that extraordinary examples continue to achieve impressive prices, proving that even a common date can become a valuable treasure when exceptional quality meets strong collector demand. The 1964 Jefferson nickel reminds collectors that hidden value often lies in ordinary-looking coins. Most examples are worth only modest amounts, yet the discovery of a rare error coin, full step specimen, or superbly preserved mint state example can completely change its value. This possibility keeps collectors searching through rolls, bank boxes, estate collections, and family savings hoping to uncover the next outstanding example. If you own a 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, compare it carefully with certified examples and consult a professional coin dealer or grading service if you suspect it has unusual characteristics. Coins showing strong strikes, beautiful original luster, rare mint errors, or exceptional preservation deserve closer examination because these qualities separate valuable collector pieces from everyday circulation finds. Patience and careful inspection are essential for anyone interested in discovering valuable Jefferson nickels. The 1964 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is much more than a simple 5-cent coin. It represents an important chapter in United States coinage history and continues to fascinate collectors because of its classic design, collectible varieties, and the possibility of significant value. While most fine-condition examples are worth only a small premium over face value, exceptional coins with full steps, rare mint errors, or top certified grades can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Before spending any 1964 Jefferson nickel, take a closer look, because the coin hiding in your pocket today could become the next exciting discovery in the world of rare American coins. Next up, the 1971 Jefferson Nickel 5-cent coin from the United States with no mint mark. At first glance, this coin may seem like an ordinary pocket change coin, especially if it is in rough condition with heavy wear, scratches, and fading details. However, many collectors know that some 1971 Jefferson nickels can attract impressive prices because of their rarity in exceptional varieties, striking errors, and outstanding preservation. In this video, we will explore the fascinating history of this coin, its unique design, features, the reasons why certain examples are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, and what every collector should know before spending or selling one. The Jefferson Nickel series first entered circulation in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, which had been used for 25 years. The new design was created by sculptor Felix Schlag and features a portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the front, with his famous Virginia home Monticello on the reverse. By 1971, the Jefferson nickel had already become one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. Millions of these coins were produced every year, making them common in circulation, but collectors have always searched carefully for rare dates, unusual varieties, and valuable minting mistakes that can transform an ordinary 5-cent coin into an exciting collectible. The 1971 Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark, was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. During this period, Philadelphia coins did not carry the P mint mark, making these coins easy to recognize by the absence of any mint letter next to Jefferson's portrait. More than 100 million examples were struck, ensuring that most circulated pieces remain common today. Even so, collectors continue examining these nickels because a small number display important die varieties, striking errors, or exceptionally preserved surfaces that greatly increase their value. If your 1971 Jefferson nickel is in rough condition, it will usually show heavy wear on Jefferson's hair, forehead, cheek, and jawline, while the lettering around the rim may appear weak. On the reverse, the famous Monticello building may lose many of its fine architectural details, and the steps leading to the entrance often become smooth after decades of circulation. Even though a rough condition coin generally has only a modest value, it still deserves careful inspection, because rare errors can remain visible regardless of overall wear. One of the most important features collectors examine is the strike quality. A sharply struck Jefferson nickel will display crisp details in Jefferson's hair and a well-defined Monticello with strong columns, windows, and steps. Coins with unusually sharp strikes are more desirable, especially if they retain original mint luster. Although finding such an example from circulation is uncommon, it is still possible, and these coins frequently command much higher prices than heavily worn examples. Collectors also search for mint errors on the 1971 Jefferson nickel. Off-center strikes, double dies, clipped planchets, die cracks, die chips, broad strikes, and wrong planchet errors are among the most valuable discoveries. Error coins are unique because they were created during the minting process rather than after the coin entered circulation. Depending on the rarity and visual appeal of the error, some examples have sold for hundreds or even thousands of dollars, making careful inspection worthwhile. Another important factor is the full steps designation. Professional grading companies award this designation to nickels showing complete uninterrupted lines across the steps of Monticello. Full steps coins are difficult to find because even slight weakness in the strike can remove these tiny details. A 1971 Jefferson nickel with full steps in high mint state grades is far scarcer than ordinary examples, and collectors are willing to pay substantial premiums for certified specimens. When discussing value, it is important to understand that condition plays the biggest role. A rough circulated 1971 no mint mark Jefferson nickel is usually worth only a small premium over its face value, unless it has an unusual error. Fine and very fine examples are more collectible, while extremely fine and about uncirculated pieces begin attracting stronger collector demand. Certified mint state examples, especially those with exceptional eye appeal, become increasingly valuable as the grade rises. Today's coin market continues to surprise collectors because demand for high-quality Jefferson nickels has steadily increased. Ordinary rough condition examples may sell for only a few cents to a few dollars. Attractive uncirculated coins often sell for tens of dollars, while certified mint state examples with full steps can reach several $100s. Rare error coins or exceptionally preserved specimens have achieved prices from hundreds to several $1,000s at major auctions depending on their rarity certification and collector demand. Authenticity is another critical factor when evaluating any valuable coin. Experienced collectors often submit promising Jefferson nickels to professional grading services, where experts examine the coin for originality, condition, and possible alterations. A certified coin usually brings greater confidence among buyers and can achieve much stronger prices than an uncertified example, especially when rare varieties or mint errors are involved. The composition of the 1971 Jefferson nickel also contributes to its historical importance. Unlike earlier wartime silver nickels, this coin is made from 75% copper and 25% nickel. It weighs 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. This durable alloy allowed the coin to survive decades of circulation, making it one of the most recognizable American coins still found in pocket change today. Many exciting discoveries begin with ordinary change collected from cash registers, coin jars, estate sales, and family collections. People often overlook worn Jefferson nickels believing they have little value, but experienced collectors know that hidden treasures sometimes appear in the most unexpected places. A rare die variety striking error or exceptionally preserved example can remain unnoticed for years before finally being identified by someone who takes the time to inspect every detail carefully. If you own a 1971 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, examine it under good lighting using a magnifying glass. Look closely for doubling in the lettering, unusual cracks or chips, raised metal off-center, strikes, missing design elements, or any other unusual characteristics. Compare your coin with certified examples whenever possible, because small differences can have a significant impact on collector value and market demand. Although most 1971 Jefferson nickels in rough condition are not rare by themselves, every coin has a story. It may have passed through countless hands, traveled across the country, and witnessed decades of American history before reaching your collection. This historical journey, combined with the possibility of hidden mint errors, makes the 1971 Jefferson nickel an enjoyable coin for both beginners and experienced numismatists to study. Next up, the fascinating 1974 Jefferson nickel 5-cent coin from the United States with no mint mark, in beautiful uncirculated condition. At first glance, this coin may seem like an ordinary pocket change coin, but collectors know that some examples can be surprisingly valuable. Depending on condition, eye appeal, and the presence of rare minting errors, a 1974 Jefferson nickel can sell for hundreds, and in exceptional cases even thousands of dollars. In this video, we will explore the complete history of the coin, its design, unique features, rarity, collector demand, and current market values, while revealing what makes certain examples so desirable. The Jefferson nickel has been a part of American coinage since 1938, when it replaced the Buffalo nickel. The coin honors Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and one of the nation's founding fathers. The reverse features his famous Virginia home Monticello, which has become one of the most recognizable buildings ever displayed on American coins. By 1974, millions of Americans used Jefferson nickels every day for shopping, vending machines, and everyday transactions, making them one of the most circulated coins in American history. The 1974 Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark, was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During that time, Philadelphia coins still carried no mint mark, making it easy to identify them from Denver and San Francisco issues. More than 600 million examples were produced, which means the coin is common in circulated grades. However, finding one that has survived for over 50 years without wear, with bright original luster, sharp details, and excellent eye appeal, is much more difficult, making premium uncirculated examples highly desirable among collectors. One of the first features collectors examine is the portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse. Designed by Felix Schlag, the portrait displays Jefferson facing left with the inscriptions "Liberty, in God we trust," and the date 1974. On the reverse, Monticello is shown in remarkable detail, with the words "E pluribus, unum Monticello 5 cents, and United States of America." Coins displaying strong strikes, especially on the steps of Monticello, often command stronger prices because they are more difficult to find. Condition is one of the biggest factors affecting the value of the 1974 Jefferson nickel. A circulated coin with heavy wear may only be worth face value. Coins in extremely fine condition can bring a small premium, while brilliant uncirculated examples become much more collectible. Coins graded Mint State 65, Mint State 66, or even Mint State 67 by professional grading services are the pieces that attract serious collector attention and can sell for hundreds or even thousands of dollars depending on quality and demand. Collectors are especially interested in full steps examples. The term full steps refers to the sharply defined steps on the Monticello building. During the striking process, many coins were produced with weak details causing the steps to appear flat or incomplete. A true full step specimen is much scarcer and usually commands significantly higher prices than ordinary examples. This small detail often makes the difference between a common coin and one worth a substantial amount of money. Another exciting area for collectors involves mint errors. Some 1974 Jefferson nickels have been discovered with off-center strikes, doubled dies, clipped planchets, die cracks, broad strikes, and other unusual production mistakes. These mint errors are far scarcer than normal coins, and many collectors actively search through bank rolls hoping to discover one. Depending on the type and severity of the error, these coins can sell from several $100s to well over $1,000 at auction. Professional grading also plays a major role in determining market value. Independent grading companies carefully inspect each coin for wear, surface preservation, strike quality, luster, and eye appeal before assigning a numerical grade. A certified mint state example gives buyers confidence in authenticity and condition, which often results in stronger auction prices. High-grade certified coins continue to attract increasing interest as collectors compete for the finest known examples. Current market values vary widely depending on grade. Most circulated 1974 no-mint mark Jefferson nickels remain worth only 5 cents to a few dollars. Attractive uncirculated examples may sell for $20, $50, or over $100. Premium mint state coins with outstanding luster and full steps designation have reached several $100s, while some of the finest certified examples have realized prices in the thousands of dollars at major numismatic auctions, especially when they combine exceptional quality with rarity. Many people wonder why a coin with such a large mintage can become valuable. The answer lies in survival rates. Although hundreds of millions were struck, the overwhelming majority entered circulation, where they received decades of wear, scratches, and damage. Very few survived in pristine original condition. As collectors build high-grade registry sets, competition increases for the finest preserved coins, driving values much higher than ordinary circulated examples. When examining your own 1974 Jefferson nickel, always check the surfaces carefully under bright light. Look for original mint luster, sharp lettering, clean fields, and strong details throughout the design. Inspect the steps of Monticello and search for any unusual doubling, striking errors, or die varieties. Avoid cleaning the coin because cleaning permanently damages the original surface and usually reduces collector value significantly. The popularity of Jefferson nickels continues to grow because they are affordable to collect while still offering exciting discoveries. Beginners enjoy searching pocket change and bank rolls, while experienced collectors pursue certified high-grade examples and rare error coins. This combination of accessibility and rarity makes the Jefferson Nickel series one of the most enjoyable areas of American coin collecting and keeps demand healthy in today's market. Auction records demonstrate how important quality can be. Ordinary examples rarely receive much attention, but coins with extraordinary preservation, outstanding strikes, and full steps designation often attract competitive bidding from advanced collectors. As more collectors enter the hobby, the finest known specimens become increasingly difficult to obtain, causing exceptional examples to achieve remarkable prices whenever they appear for sale. If you discover a bright uncirculated 1974 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, it may be worth setting aside for closer examination. Consider having the coin professionally graded if it appears nearly flawless or displays an unusual mint error. While not every coin will be valuable, the possibility of finding a premium quality specimen worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars is one of the reasons coin collecting remains such an exciting hobby. The 1974 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark reminds us that hidden treasures can still be found in everyday American coins. Its rich history, classic design, connection to Thomas Jefferson, and the possibility of rare high-grade or error varieties make it a favorite among collectors. Always inspect your nickels carefully, because one exceptional uncirculated example with strong full steps or a dramatic mint error could be worth far more than its 5-cent face value. Next up, the fascinating 1976 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark from the United States. At first glance, this 5-cent coin may seem ordinary because millions were produced for everyday circulation. However, many collectors have discovered that certain 1970-60 Jefferson nickels in good condition, and especially those with exceptional quality or rare mint errors, can be worth far more than their face value. Some examples have sold for hundreds of dollars, while the finest certified coins and major error varieties have reached into the thousands, making this an exciting coin to search for in your pocket change. The 1976 Jefferson nickel was struck during America's bicentennial celebration, which marked the 200th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence. Although quarters, half dollars, and dollar coins received special bicentennial designs, the Jefferson nickel continued with its familiar portrait and Monticello reverse. Even without a special design, this coin represents an important year in American history because it circulated during one of the nation's biggest celebrations, making it an interesting piece for collectors. The Denver Mint produced the 1976 Jefferson nickel and identified it with the small d mint mark located on the obverse beside Jefferson's portrait. Hundreds of millions of these coins were struck to meet the demand for commerce. While most remain common today, collectors always search for examples that were well struck with sharp details, clean surfaces, and attractive natural luster, because these qualities can greatly increase the value of the coin. If your 1976 Jefferson nickel is in good circulated condition, it will usually show noticeable wear on Jefferson's hair cheek and the steps of Monticello. Even in this grade, the coin still has historical value and belongs in many collections. Collectors often keep examples from every year and mint mark, making the 1976 an essential part of completing a Jefferson nickel collection. One of the most exciting features collectors search for is the full steps designation. This means the steps leading to Monticello remain fully visible without interruptions. Because nickels often received weak strikes, achieving full steps is difficult. Certified full steps examples can command impressive premiums, especially in high mint state grades, where collectors compete for the finest known examples. Mint errors add another level of excitement to the 1976 Jefferson nickel. Collectors eagerly search for off-center strikes, double die varieties, clipped planchets, die cracks, die breaks, broad strikes struck through errors, and coins struck on the wrong metal planchet. Genuine mint errors are much scarcer than normal coins, and depending on the type and severity, they may sell for hundreds or even several $1,000s. The design of the Jefferson nickel remains one of the longest-running designs in United States coinage. The obverse features President Thomas Jefferson, while the reverse displays his famous home Monticello in Virginia. Designed by Felix Schlag, this classic design has become one of the most recognized American coin designs and continues to attract collectors from around the world. Although most circulated 1970-60 nickels are worth only face value, or slightly more exceptional examples tell a different story. Coins that survive with blazing mint luster, almost no contact marks, and excellent eye appeal are much scarcer than many people realize. Professional grading services carefully evaluate these coins, and high-grade certified examples often bring strong prices at auction. Because collectors seek the best available specimens, current market values vary greatly depending on condition. A typical coin in good circulated condition generally remains worth only a small premium over 5 cents. Better preserved uncirculated examples often sell for several dollars to several dozen dollars. Certified high-grade mint state coins can sell for hundreds of dollars, while the finest full steps examples or spectacular mint errors have realized prices reaching into the thousands of dollars at major auctions. Collectors should carefully inspect every 1970-60 Jefferson nickel using proper lighting and magnification. Look for sharp details, clean field, strong luster, and any unusual characteristics such as doubling or striking errors. Never clean a coin, because cleaning can permanently damage the surface and significantly reduce collector value. Keeping coins in protective holders helps preserve their condition for the future. The popularity of Jefferson nickels continues to grow because they are affordable to collect and still found in circulation. This gives every collector an opportunity to discover a valuable coin without spending a fortune. Many valuable nickels have been found in old coin jars, bank rolls, inherited collections, and everyday pocket change, proving that exciting discoveries are still possible. Auction records show that top-quality certified Jefferson nickels consistently attract competitive bidding. Registry-set collectors are willing to pay premium prices for the highest-graded examples because only a limited number survive in outstanding condition. This demand explains why one 1970-60 nickel may be worth only a few cents, while another can be worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars, depending on quality and rarity. The historical significance of the 1970 Jefferson nickel also makes it appealing. Every coin tells the story of America during its bicentennial era, when patriotic celebrations were taking place across the nation. Holding this small 5-cent coin connects collectors with an important moment in American history, while also providing the possibility of discovering a hidden treasure. If you believe you have an exceptional 1976 Jefferson nickel, consider having it authenticated and graded by a respected third-party grading service. Professional grading confirms authenticity, determines the exact condition, and can greatly improve buyer confidence if you decide to sell the coin. This is especially important for rare error coins or high-grade full steps examples that may have significant market value. In conclusion, the 1976 Jefferson nickel proves that even an ordinary-looking 5-cent coin can become a valuable collectible. While most examples remain common, some high-grade coins with full steps or rare mint errors have sold for hundreds and even thousands of dollars. Before spending any 1976 Jefferson nickel, take a closer look, because the next coin in your pocket change could be a hidden treasure next up. The fascinating 1978 Jefferson nickel with no mint mark. At first glance, this 5-cent coin may seem ordinary because millions were produced for circulation across the United States. However, many collectors know that certain examples in brilliant condition with exceptional quality or rare minting errors can be worth far more than their face value. In this video, we will explore the history of the coin, its unique design, its valuable features, and the surprising prices that some outstanding examples have reached in today's collector market. Stay with us until the end, because one small detail could turn an ordinary nickel into a coin worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The Jefferson nickel series first appeared in 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel after more than 2 decades of circulation. Designed by Felix Schlag, the coin honors Thomas Jefferson, the 3rd President of the United States, while the reverse displays his famous home Monticello located in Virginia. By 1978, the Jefferson nickel had already become one of the longest-running coin designs in American history. Although millions of 1978 nickels entered circulation, every year collectors continue searching for the finest examples because condition, rarity, and striking quality make an enormous difference in market value. The 1978 Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark, was produced at the Philadelphia Mint. During that period, Philadelphia nickels still carried no mint mark, making them easy to recognize. More than 463 million examples were struck, making this one of the highest mintage Jefferson nickels of the decade. Because of this huge production, most circulated coins remain worth only their face value. However, coins that escaped circulation and preserved their original brilliant surfaces are becoming increasingly difficult to locate, especially with strong details and minimal contact marks. Collectors admire brilliant uncirculated examples because they retain the original mint luster that shines across both sides of the coin. A true brilliant specimen displays sharp details on Jefferson's portrait, clear lettering, crisp steps on Monticello, and smooth fields with very few scratches. These qualities make the coin far more desirable than an average circulated example. As time passes, fewer original brilliant coins remain available, making premium quality examples increasingly attractive to serious collectors. One of the most important features to examine on the 1978 Jefferson nickel is the reverse image of Monticello. Advanced collectors carefully inspect the steps leading to the building. Coins with complete uninterrupted steps are known as full steps nickels, and they command significantly higher prices because they represent an exceptionally sharp strike. Finding a 1978 Philadelphia nickel with full steps and outstanding preservation is challenging, and these coins often become the highlights of competitive collections. Besides the full steps designation, collectors should also inspect the coin for valuable mint errors. A double die may create noticeable doubling in the date or lettering, while off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, cud errors, and dramatic die breaks can all increase collector interest. Even though these minting mistakes are uncommon, they can transform an ordinary 5-cent coin into a collectible worth hundreds or sometimes thousands of dollars, depending on the rarity and visual appeal of the error. Another important factor affecting value is the coin's grade. A circulated 1978 nickel generally remains worth only 5 cents. A brilliant uncirculated example may sell for several dollars depending on its quality. Coins certified by professional grading services in mint state grades, such as MS65, MS66, or MS67, can command much stronger prices. The finest known examples with full steps and exceptional eye appeal have sold for hundreds, and in rare cases several $1,000s when certified at the highest grades. Many people assume that because the 1978 Jefferson nickel is common, it cannot be valuable. In reality, rarity within condition is what matters most. Millions were produced, but only a tiny percentage survived in nearly perfect condition. Every small mark, weak strike, or fingerprint lowers the grade. That is why collectors are willing to pay substantial premiums for coins that still display blazing mint luster-sharp details and nearly flawless surfaces decades after leaving the mint. If you discover a brilliant 1978 Jefferson nickel in an old coin collection bank roll or original mint set, do not clean it. Cleaning permanently damages the natural surface and greatly reduces collector value. Instead, handle the coin only by its edges and store it in a protective holder. If the coin appears exceptionally well preserved or shows unusual characteristics, it may be worthwhile to have it authenticated and professionally graded before offering it for sale. Today's collector market for the 1978 Jefferson nickel continues to reward quality. Average circulated examples usually remain worth face value, while brilliant uncirculated coins commonly sell for a few dollars. Certified high-grade pieces often bring between $100 and several $100s. Rare full steps examples in top certified grades have achieved prices ranging from hundreds to well over $1,000 at major coin auctions, proving that condition can completely change the value of this seemingly ordinary nickel. The historical importance of the Jefferson nickel also contributes to its popularity. The design honors Thomas Jefferson, one of America's founding fathers, while Monticello represents an important piece of United States history and architecture. Because the design remained largely unchanged for decades, many collectors enjoy building complete date and mint collections, making each year, including 1978, an essential part of the series. When examining your own 1978 Jefferson nickel, pay close attention to the date, the lettering Jefferson's hair, the cheekbone, the rim, and the Monticello steps. Use a magnifying glass under bright lighting to search for doubling, unusual die cracks, or striking errors. Even small differences can have a significant impact on collector demand, especially if the coin is otherwise in exceptional brilliant condition. Professional grading companies have shown that only a limited number of 1978 Philadelphia nickels achieve the highest mint state grades with full steps. These elite coins are fiercely sought after by registry set collectors who compete to own the finest certified examples. As demand continues for top-quality coins, the best survivors have the potential to remain valuable long into the future. Imagine finding an ordinary-looking 5-cent coin in an old coin jar, only to discover that it is a beautifully preserved 1978 Jefferson nickel with full steps or a dramatic mint error. Stories like these continue to inspire collectors around the world to search through pocket change, estate collections, and bank rolls. While most coins will not be worth a fortune, every search offers the excitement of discovering a hidden treasure. Thanks for watching.